So, 1969, big year 1969, big year in America. Big year in America because you had this organisation called NASA. So there you go, NASA, there you go. So last year, 13th of May, I was at NASA, the Johnson Space Centre, and it turns out, and it's in Houston, there you go, it's another little key tag from it, look, Houston, and there's a little bit of Texas there and all that kind of good stuff. So, and there's a space shuttle. So here's the thing, years and years ago when I came here, I had my 21st birthday in Florida in 1985, that's because I'm really old. And in 1985 I went to Cape Canaveral and I went to NASA there, and I saw moon rock and I saw the Saturn rockets and all the Apollo stuff and all that great stuff, and I loved it. I found it hugely motivational, really hugely motivational. And now I live in Texas, and so we've got the Johnson Space Center just down the road from us in Houston. And guess what? It's really weird because it's just down the road, so therefore we have customers who are now friends of ours who work there, or who have worked there, or who know people who work there. All sorts of guys. One of the first guys I know that came here, who was a NASA guy, a human biologist, he knew Von Braun from the space program. He knew all the Gemini astronauts, all the Mercury program astronauts, all the Apollo guys. He knew the first guy that was in the International Space Station. He knew the people who went up with Skylab. Because it's Houston, you see, it's NASA, they're local people, they're our neighbours, they're our customers. Guess what they do at Houston? They have a deep water submersion tank there where they train the astronauts. Did you know that? It's there. It's brilliant. Ground control is there as well. I mean, the old one and the new one. You can go and have a look around. Now, there's all these different things that they go on. They do testing. They have all sorts of things, including metallurgy. Metallurgy. Oh, I wonder why a person who has a gun shop would be interested in metallurgy. Well, probably because it's the year 2017, and in 1969, America apparently put a man on the moon. Neil Armstrong, hero, real hero. And then there was the other two fellas as well. 1969, it's now 2017, and you won't believe this, I can't send an email to Browning. I can't send an email to Browning. I really can't. You know, to get this gun back, you know, you've heard me talk about the 380 Browning. You know, I can't send an email to these people because they don't take emails. Not only that, I've got a fax. I mean, I've not seen a working fax machine in the world since 1999, until I came to America. So you still use fax. So I'm supposed to fax all these forms back to Browning Service Department, otherwise return by mail to the address below. I might as well roll it up and put it down the sock of a pigeon and fly it off to you. Really, you know, it reminds me of like, I don't know really, but you know, I've got to post this stuff to you to get a gun sent back. 1969, you put a man on the moon. NASA, 1969. 2017, I can't even send you an email, but I'm going to send you my credit card details together for $30 for this gun to come back. And I want it to come back with the engineer's report that you want to charge me for that you've not sent, because what you've actually sent is a quote for work and you haven't even told me what work you want to do for $255. All right, just says to make this gun in working order. There's no breakdown of parts, there's no breakdown of labour. You haven't told me what parts have failed, what's caused them to fail, or even what you're going to do about it. So I'd like that report back, and I'd like the gun back, and I'm sending you $30 for you to mail it to me. At which point, guess where it's going to go? NASA, because do you know what? 1908, John Moses Browning invents the 380 round, and it's an underpowered round. It's called a low velocity round even then. 1911, you invent the 1911 pistol. In fact, it's before that he's done it. So Mr. Browning invents the gun, Mr. Browning invents the cartridge, and you are the company that bears his name, that was formed after his death in, what, 1927, 1928. So you guys have got a heritage of this. You've made the gun. I'm going to send it off to somebody who knows about metal and find out exactly what failed in this gun. Because I can't accept that a gun that's 4 months old, that's had 100 rounds of ammunition put through it, would fail without it being a failure of the metallurgy to do with the barrel. Sorry guys, so I'm going to be mailing this off to you guys today. I've got my little envelope here that I'm sending it back to the for failed guns that don't work department at Browning Service Department. So that's coming back to you today, together with my check. Send me the gun back, so we can find out exactly what went wrong. And guess what? I'm going to put it in the public domain because that's the kind of guy I am. Have a happy NASA Day, everybody at Browning. John Moses Browning, I think he's still spinning in his grave at the way you're dealing with this. He ain't over yet, boys. He ain't over by a long way. And when I get the gun back, do you know what? I'm not going to have it repaired. I'm going to put it on display. We have a pistol magnet in our shop, and I'm going to put it on display. broken for everybody to see. It's going to sit there like a piece of jewellery. Right now I've got a Colt Navy replica sitting on the pistol magnet display, but that's a real gun. That works, okay? The original gun worked. The replica from your Bertie, that still works. We can put cat ball and black powder in it and it'll fire. The Browning won't, so therefore, piece of jewellery, that's what I'm going to put out on display. Put all the guns where they need to be in a gun cabinet. So the Browning Black Label is going to be on display for that. There you go, that's my plan. That's my plan for Friday. So I'm going to go off and send this sperm-like letter off to Browning, and hopefully that'll break through to the service department, and then maybe they'll send me the gun back so I can send it off to somebody who knows about metal to find out really what the story is. Today I've been Rupert Ellis, and it fills me with glee to have to kind of have a plan on how to find out what failed in this young lady's gun. Because guess what? She's still unarmed. Right now, she's unarmed, having spent $900 on a night vision Browning Black Label that doesn't work. She's still unarmed. Stinks, doesn't it?